Good morning YouTubers, and welcome back to the David Swordplay channel. Thank you for watching. We're just going to fit the Mistral V twin boost just to see if it can help smooth the fueling problems at low speed out on this bike. So we're going to run through the procedure. Once again, if you're not happy doing these things, please seek qualified help. So the first things we need to do are remove the seat and the side panels on the bike and the tool tray underneath the seat, and obviously we're going to disconnect the battery because we're dealing with electrical connections and we don't want any little accidents. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing we need to do, we're going to take this tool tray out. I obviously store loads of gear under there. I'm going to take the tool tray out so we can see the electrical connections on the battery. Then we're going to take these four Allen bolts out and remove the side panels. Now you should only need to remove one, but due to I want to check the air filter while I'm under there, I'm going to take both side panels out. So let's crack on with that. Obviously we're going to keep the bolts in a safe place. Now the tool tray, you've got to pull these electrical connectors off, which are just mounted on slides, one there and one on the other side, and then we can pull this forward and out the tool tray comes. So that's the tool tray, as you can see, removed. I'm going to put the screws with the tool tray so we don't. Now we're going to take this panel off here. So the same procedure, cracking these little 4mm Allen bolts, get them out of the way. And now we pull there's a little rubber bung here, so we need to pull very carefully out, and we should be able to remove this side panel. And there we go. So now we've got this area exposed here. Hope you can see it okay. Now the connector we're looking for, I believe, is located behind here, and it's on the TMAP sensor and there, and you just push a little clip. It's very difficult to see. We're going to try and do that in a minute, but first thing we're going to do is disconnect the battery lead. So let's crack on with doing that. Okay, so this is the connector we're going to fit. As you can see, there's two connections here. One goes to TAP sensor, the other to the wiring loom, and this is like a temperature sensor which we're going to feed up, and it's going to live in, I'll just turn the camera around a little bit, it's going to live in here in the cool part of the nowhere near the engine heat. So it's going to trick the ECU to thinking that it's actually running leaner than it should be, so it will richen up the mixture. Okay, so let's see if we can get this connector off. And here we go. Now I can't really show you the connector. It's like I say, it is located down here. I'll get another light and see if we can shine. Okay, Make it a bit better. The connector's actually here, mounted on the, and there's a little clip which we've got to push down and then pull the connector off, which is quite a task. So we'll get that done and then we'll crack on. Okay, I don't know whether you can see in there or not, but we're going to put this connection up. You can just see a little yellow waterproofing. This is the connector we've pulled off, and we're going to put this one into there, which is extremely tricky, and push it up till we hear a definite click, so that we know that there we go, the click that the connector's engaged. And then this one I'm going to put up into here, feed it up to through this lot. Hope you can still bear with me and you can see where I'm going. Then we're going to put this one onto here, hopefully. Push that out of the way, feed it in, and hopefully it's going to slot in the right way and click. There we go. So we've now got, we'll just keep that in there out of the way. We've got to feed this up now. If I can just move the camera. So we've got the lead through here now, and we're going to run it up into here and just let it rest on this wiring loom. I'm going to feed it through various places to keep, if we can. I've got all sorts of various little fuses here that are causing me a bit of aggravation. So we're just going to mount that on the other side of that loom if I can, through there. Very difficult to film this for you. I say I'm trying to show you where I'm going with the connector. It's very difficult. I'm going to run it. There's the connector here. I'm running it through to the back here, as near to the back as I can get it. If I can find it now. There it is down there. Okay, I'm going to put you back on the stand and I'll get back to you when I've fed it through. Okay, so if you can see down there, that little blue, that's your temperature sensor if you like. So now we're going to tie wrap it to that loom and then disconnect the battery up again, fire it up, and hopefully the engine will run. Okay folks, well we've done the connectors now and we've run the temperature sensor up into this area. I've just stuck a tie wrap around it, hold it into position so it's in a nice cool area at the back of the bike. Now the connectors, if I can get down to them to point them out to you, I'll just try if I get myself out of the way, and let's just drop this down a bit and we'll see if we can get right in there to show you where they are. That's very difficult. Okay, so TAP sensor is here. You can't really see it, but you can see this is the connector. So you've got a male connector goes into the female end, and then same on this end, but you're just supposed to put in the Mistral V-twin booster in between one connector, and there it is. Really, it's all clipped into position. Please ensure that when you push these clips in that you hear a click, and then you can route the wire as we have done up through here, make sure it's not trapping anything, along the frame here and up to there. And we're just about to crack it up for the first time. Put the battery lead back on. So we're now going to crack it up, make sure everything works as it should. Hopefully it'll fire up. So turn the ignition on, in neutral. Everything on the dash seems to be okay, no warning lights. Press the starter button. There we go. Okay, so we'll now build it all back up and we'll take it for a test run and see if it smooths out that low speed jerkiness, and just make sure everything's okay before we build it. Obviously putting all the stuff back on is the reverse of taking it off. It's not a bad job to do, but it's very fiddly around this connector area. You can hide the connector behind the panel here. Make sure the wires are not on anything that might burn them. That's the main thing. Nice neat installation really, but like I say, very fiddly because of this frame bar here, because the TMAP sensors there on the throttle body. So job done really, just a nice tidy up. And we'll see how it runs on the road. Okay YouTubers, we're out on the road after fitting the Mistral V-twin booster plug, and yes, there's a definite improvement in the throttle response. Tick over's a little smoother, but we weren't really too worried about that because I like the old Rocky of the V-twin. But the throttle application is a lot more instant. You don't get that fluffiness that used to occur when you revved it up, and the pull away and the roll on power is certainly a lot better. Right, let's open it up. And yes, it goes along the road a lot better. That's really good, really good. Happy with that. Successful job.